every little step I take. You will be there, every little step I make. We'll be together, every little step I take. Ooh, you will be there, every little step I make. We'll be together. Bobby Brown. I can't sleep at night. I toss and turn, listening for the telephone. Can't believe you call my own. And as a matter of fact, it blows my mind. You would even talk to Murr. He was great. I love Bobby Brown. So, hi, everybody. It is Wednesday night. I can't believe it. I'm here on Hump Day. Hump Day. It is happening. And thank you. Thank you so much for looking, for jumping in. So, it is hot. But before we get into all of that, because we're going to talk about the heat wave is dangerous. And, things that the media has to tell people to do is just kind of crazy. But we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. I wanted you guys to know that if you do have a market basket near you, you need to go to the meat counter and get the black and blue burger. Now, this is a staple that we eat every single week. It is a hamburger that's made by the fabulous meat men at Market Basket. There was a meat woman. I will say this. Let's be real here. I don't want to, sound like I'm being, I'm putting a line down the road, but I'm not, because there's men that work there. But there was a woman, and I don't see her there anymore. And she seemed, like she was not frisky, but angry. So I don't know. Maybe they moved her to vegetables. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen her in a long time. So anyway, so the meat men at My Market Basket, that could be a song. The meat men at My Market Basket, because it's all M's there, right? Meat and men, like those two things go together. That's three, but two, those two, meat men, meat men. So the meat men at My Market Basket, let me just get to the point. They make the best patties. I'm not in if Patty Taylor's not here yet, but we're gonna, just talk about Patty Taylor. Patty, hamburger patties. The black and blue burgers are so good. They have blue cheese in them, and the rim is like, I don't know, like a cracked black pepper. These things are so good. And what I do is I get the little au jus packets. I keep several on hand because they don't have them all the time. So when I see them, I buy a bunch at the same time. And I can get 3 servings out of one au jus packet because it's powder. And I'm only putting it on 2 hamburgers. So take the au jus, put the water, you mix it up. Make sure you declump it before you add the water. And pour it over the burgers. Bake it for like 45 minutes at 350, shut the front door, and I had, a couple of red bliss potatoes that I chopped up with some olive oil and seasoning and salt. So good. So like just so delicious. So if you have a Market Basket near you, I highly suggest the black and blue burgers. And there's Patty Taylor right now. Patty, I was just talking about hamburger patties. So hello, thank you for being here. Kurt, thank you, Grandpa. Your grandpa, look, I'm just sitting here pulling hair out of my head because it just falls out. So why not just pull on it and just take it out? And now I'm going to have like a rug next to me. I hate that. That's why I don't brush my hair. Like on non-shower days, I don't brush my hair. I don't, because I'm so afraid I'm going to lose it all. I'm afraid it's just going to fall on the floor, which it does. So I took a shower today. No, I took one yesterday. Sorry, I didn't do anything dirty today, so I didn't need to. And I didn't sweat. I took a shower yesterday, and when I brush my hair, like all of my hair comes out. I don't even know how I have any hair on my head. And I think it's because I don't brush my hair for like days in between. I'm afraid. Because, when you get to a certain age, you just don't want to lose what you got. Just like sleeping on my back. I'm so afraid. But then I catch myself in the middle of the night. I'm on my side because it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good to sleep on my side. But then it does this, and the lines are high. Yeah, it's a problem. I wish there was an iron for your face, and I could just, like a safe one, though. Not a dangerous one, not a real one. Just iron out the wrinkles. But anyway, so hello, Kurt. Did I say that? Yes. Hello, Suzanne from 90 degrees hot Western Pennsylvania. And Suzanne, how are you? And Elise, thank you guys for being here on this Wednesday. And I will be back on Friday. But, like I said, I got to start doing, not I got to, I just want to, because there's a lot of music and entertainment news, and I like being here. I just do. I'm glad that you're doing okay, Suzanne, because you just stay cool. Just stay cool. And let's get into the heat wave that's going on here now. There's also something else before we talk about the heat wave. Let me share my screen because it's so fun to. Not that this is a fun topic, but it's just, Texas governor, let me go back over here so I can maneuver the screen. Texas Governor Greg Abbott issues disaster declaration as tropical storm Alberto approaches. What is going on? We're not even into the summer. It's not even summer yet, right? What is it, the 24th? So tropical storm Alberto, he's the first storm of the hurricane season. Well, congratulations to him. And, of course, all of the things that go along with a hurricane. You got heavy rains, coastal flooding, gusty winds along the coast of Texas and northeastern Mexico through Thursday, which is tomorrow. So I don't know, is no one's here from Texas right now. So let us know if you are seeing that. My daughter's in Texas. I just talked to her a little while ago. She didn't say anything was weird about the weather. And, I think she does this she wants to rub it in my face because she wants me to go with her there. And it's like, I'm not moving to Texas because if I had moved to Myrtle Beach, she would have left me there. And I knew that would happen. I said, you know what? We would up and sell our house and come move with you to Myrtle Beach. And then we'll get there, get settled, and then you'll move somewhere else. And exactly that's what she did. She left. So anyway, she likes it. She says that she really likes the heat there. I don't understand that. I mean, I like the heat. I like the summer. I like it hot. But she said, "Oh, it's like 110 and it feels like it's only 85 because there's no humidity." I'm like, I never hear anybody say that. I always hear people from Texas say it's really hot. So I don't know what that means, but anyway. So we've got this hurricane Alberto in Texas and Mexico, and it's expected to reach the Gulf of Mexico early Thursday. And it's a big one, extending 415 miles from its center. So it's a big one. See that little man in the corner? Oh my goodness, look at those cars covered by water. That's crazy. That is so scary. And Governor Greg Abbott issued a disaster declaration for 51 Texas counties. I'm going to have to call Kat and see if you know what? Oh, she's working though. I can't. I'll call her later. And he said he wants to ensure that Texans and at-risk regions have the resources and personnel needed to respond to this storm. Oh my goodness. And winds will be near 40 miles per hour, which hopefully they don't go much more than that because that's not 40 miles per hour isn't too bad. When you're hitting like 100, that's when you got to be scared. Alberto was about 305 miles southeast of Brownsville, Texas, traveling at about 9 miles per hour around 4 p.m. local time. And that's from today. So I will have to call Kat and see if everything is okay there. The disturbance is very large with rainfall, coastal flooding, and wind impacts likely to occur far from the center along the coast of Texas and northeastern Mexico, the National Hurricane Center said in an update. So I'm going to text Kat. Let me text her and see if she can call and give us an update on the storm. Let's see. Let's do an off the cuff thing. Do you hear the plane flying? Do you hear the plane flying over? Let's see. Hi. You want to see her cat first before this is her cat. And she said it's a rather large cat. I said, but he just looks chunky in this picture. So I don't know. That's her cat called Blue. He's quite wiry, I will say. Hi. How is the storm? Can you talk about it on the air? She'll be like, sure. She loves it. She's a ham about it on the air. Let's see what she says because I know she's working. She was closing tonight. Yeah, he did. Ugh. Anyway, we'll go into that, Kurt. It's a parent thing. It's anyway. Let's talk about the heat wave here. Let me share my screen. And let's see. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? All right. So heat wave over eastern U.S. continues to intensify. This is from the Washington Post. And there's that lady drinking water. That's what you got to keep doing. I have my water right here. You got to keep drinking water. Stay hydrated for sure. And let's see. It's a big heat wave going over the northeastern U.S. Record high temps are set to be broken today from Michigan to Maine, including Detroit, Cleveland, Buffalo, Albany, and Caribou, near Maine's northern tip. And it usually doesn't get hot up there. Now, I watch this couple from Canada, the Bargain Barons. They do yard sales and stuff like that. And they're in, Al always laughs when I say this, but it's true. They live in Regina. That's where they live, Regina. I don't know what township it is. I have no idea, but it's Regina. That's what they say it all the time. And they're still wearing jackets. And then another person I watch, Ms. Philly, she's in, oh gosh, I don't know if she's in Toronto, but she's still wearing a jacket. And she's like, it's 29 here today. I said, wait a minute. How can it be 29? It's still really cold up in Canada. So I'm kind of surprised that Maine is having a heat wave too, because that's pretty far up there. And the heat wave is set to continue into the weekend. We're looking at the high 90s, possibly 100 in some areas. And with the humidity, it could feel like it's 100 to 110 degrees. It was pretty toasty outside today. I did go in my pool. It felt like I was in a tub, basically. But you know what? It still feels good. I don't care. I will take it all day long. I'm very grateful that I was able to do that. And it's even though the water's really warm, it still feels good. So I am thankful for that, let me tell you. But you could only stay out there. I literally wasn't out there very long. And just come inside and you close the curtains and you just try to, make yourself stay cool. And Louis and Mittens, for sure, it affects them too. If I don't put the air conditioning on in the upstairs of my home, we have a raised ranch. Louis will literally sit there panting. And I don't think it's that hot. Because it's just me. But if I don't turn the air on when it's warm outside, he can't handle it. But if I put him downstairs, because it's really cool downstairs, he's fine. But then we have the problem, he doesn't want to be away from me. So I have no choice but to put the air on. And Mittens, just say prayers for Mittens. She's doing okay right now, but just say prayers for her. And put it this way, she's getting whatever she wants. So let's see. Here's how hot it got today. Can we see that? I can't see that. And I don't even know how to expand it. I can't. Can I open image in new tab? Let's see. Can we? Oh, we can. Okay. So let me share. Can I share that screen? All right, I'm going to share that one. Hold on. We'll share the map. Hi, Cindy. Is this the map? Yep, that's the map. Okay, let's go here. Make sure that. Okay, you can see that. All right. So in Augusta, Maine, it was 96. Is that a 6? Oh, here we go. I can magnify it. Not much. 95. On the border of Massachusetts and New Hampshire, it was 93. Vermont, we had 95, 97. Oh, but of course it doesn't give Rhode Island and Connecticut. What are we, munchkins? Like why? Look at Connecticut, Rhode Island, nothing. But then Philly, 92. So we don't get recognized because we don't count, I guess. And in Albany, it was 94. That's not right. Look at everybody else has a temp. Connecticut and Rhode Island, nothing. Oh, help me. Help me, Ron. Help me. All right, let me go back here. And I won't share the screen. Let me make sure I'm still here. Hi, here I am. Hi. Okay, so let me go down. The most intense heat hit Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, which posted higher temps than South Florida today. That's crazy. And highs in the mid to upper 90s were widespread across northern New England, marking one of the hottest days in the region's history, except for Connecticut and Rhode Island. Clearly, we were fine. We didn't have any temps at all. It wasn't hot at all. Boston hit 98. Oh my gosh. And the Celtics won, which the only reason I know is because my son Chris was watching it when he called, because he's been calling us to say goodnight. He has the baby say goodnight, which is really nice and cute and sweet. And we're very thankful for that. So he's like screaming at the TV about the Celtics. And the baby's like, please. Don't yell, Dad. But she wasn't bothered by it at all. She's got to get used to it because this is what their life is going to be. And Kendra was even all into it. But was that last night or the night before? I don't know. But anyway, the Celtics won regardless. And one day really does run into another, doesn't it? So I can't imagine what the city of Boston has been like the past couple of days. I'm sure it's mobbed. I'm sure it's hot. And I'm sure the bars are just pumping with excitement. Cat is not answering me. But anyway, so I just, this is not a week I would want to go to Boston, even though I'm hankering to go to Boston. I really want to go. I love it there so much. And we haven't been in a long time, but I want to go. I want to go on the swan boats. All right, so let's see who's here that I haven't said hello to yet. Kurt says, all we can do is smile and nod. But sometimes, no, I can't. No filter. Michelle, Stacy, and I were talking about that this past weekend. No filter. There's nope, it's gone. I think I lost my filter about a year ago. I think it just went, I don't know where it went, but I don't have it. Kurt says it's wine o'clock. That's right. And Cindy said, yes, it was the coast. The coast was 95 today. And Hallie said 101 in Queensbury this afternoon. I don't know how hot it got here in Rhode Island, but it was wicked. I mean, you could see the steam. I didn't tell Al this, but he might be listening now. So Al, if you're listening, here's what happened yesterday. I forgot to totally tell you this. So I'm sitting in the pool and I hear this noise and I'm going, maybe a deer's in the back, walking through the yard. We're seeing a lot more deer lately. So maybe a deer's just kind of walking, but now I'm like a scared. Because I'm going, what if he tries to, I don't know, jump on me or something? I don't know. Like, I haven't come in contact with a wild deer ever. So then I hear it gets louder. And then I'm in my float and I'm like, trying to, I don't know where I was going. I didn't know. I'm going, oh my gosh, I hear something. Like, is there an earthquake? This humongous branch from a tree, which was far enough away from the pool, but close enough where it sounded like it was over my head. And it comes crashing down. The thing was huge. If I was under it, for sure, I would have been in the hospital. Like, no question. No question. I would have been dead or at least severely injured. So I'm glad I wasn't. But I heard it happening and I'm like, oh, and I totally forgot to tell Al. So now if he's listening, he's going to be like, why didn't you tell me? But it's done now. To see what I'm saying. And let me tell you else how goofy I am. So the other day, over the weekend, went to Walmart, had to get a couple of things, a couple of prescriptions for Al. And I said, I'm going to get a tank top. So I get the tank top and it was like $3. I said, that's a good deal. It's a cute tank top. So I was going to wear it tonight, because I only wear black. Okay. So I put the tank top on and it's no bueno. Like the bra fat is just, it's a real thing. And this totally intensified it to the point of I literally would have been put in jail if I had put the shirt on and come on here with it. So I said, well, that's not going to work. So then I go in my closet, I get out this other top. So stupid. This is how goofy I am. Can I just tell I'm just letting you know I am not a normal person. So I said, "Oh, this is really nice. This will look nice." And then I'm going, "What? I mean, I remember this shirt, but clearly I don't wear it a lot." So I put it on. I'm walking around, doing my hair. Like, "Oh, this is nice, sleeveless. It's got the ruffles and everything." And then I don't know, I walk by a mirror and I go, something doesn't look right. Something just doesn't look right. Literally sleeveless. I said, oh my gosh. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. It had sleeves. The shirt had sleeves, but I didn't put my arms in the sleeves. So it looked like a tank top blouse thing. And I had these sleeves hanging down, and I said, really, I could wear it because no one's really gonna notice like, because I'm sitting far enough away from the I took it off. I took it off, but I could have worn it, and I could have told you at the very end of the show, "Look I had sleeves that I just didn't put my arms through." Eh, Is it an age thing? I don't know. And I can't wear white shirts on here. I've tried that before and I get completely washed out. I have to wear black. I've been there, done that. I cannot wear white, even though white is such a great color to wear right now. But I thought that was pretty sad and hysterical at the same time. So, okay, what not to do during a heat wave? I'm sorry, we're still going on it because, here's the thing. People are stupid. Can we just say that for a second? They're not everybody. But some people, you got to remind them to not do certain things or do certain things. And one of the things, like we already discussed, everybody, is to stay hydrated. You have to drink lots of water. And staying hydrated doesn't mean you drink soda pop. You drink water. You got to drink water. Drink as much as you possibly can. Don't drown yourself, though, because I think that you can do that. I think that's a real thing. It's not going to happen to me, but I think you can. Oh, look at this. It says skin elasticity can be tested via the pinch test. That tells you if you're drinking enough water or not. If your skin loses tension when it's dehydrated, it will leave a little tent when it's slightly pinched. I thought that was old age. I thought that was like 60s, 50s. Oh God, I can't right in here. It's so gross. It bounces right. If it bounces right back, you should be good. But a sip of water probably wouldn't go amiss either. So drink your dang water, everybody, for crying out. And hit the like button too, if you can do that. That would be really appreciated. And I thank you very much. Another thing to not do, don't overexert yourself. Like, there's so many things that I could have done in the yard today. Keep spreading mulch. I still got a pile of mulch I got to spread. I'm like, no, I don't want to die because it's hot out there. So I didn't do that. Did I lay in the pool? Yeah, I did. Because that's not really exerting myself. That's laying on a float with my hat on. And can I tell you, I have to be careful how I put my sun hat on because yesterday I had dents in my head all day. All day. Like I could not get the dents to go away. So, guys, wear a hat. But ladies, just be careful. Like you're not denting your head. Like you don't want to pull your hat on so tight over your head that you're going to look ridiculous when you take it off. So that's just a fashion dehydration tip. Just like rest it, so you're getting the shade benefit, but you're not getting the dent in your head, which is so embarrassing. Cause like Al goes, why do you have a dent in your head? And because my hat was on, I had my hat on too tight, too far down my forehead. He's like, don't do that. I said, I know. So just don't do that. Also, another thing to not do, avoid going out during the hottest part of the day. What time would that be? 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It starts to die down a bit, but it was pretty hot here at 2 o'clock. I'm just going to say. And if you're going to do your working out, go early in the morning, run with the deer. Maybe that could be like a little thing you do. You find a reindeer on your road and you just jog alongside of it. Make sure it's not a buck because, there's Cat. Let's talk to Cat, everybody. All right, hold on. Here we go. Hello, Mark. Hi, Janice. Hi, Kat. You're live on YouTube right now. How are you?
Hello, I'm well. How are you?
Very good. Thank you so much for calling. Say hi to the YouTube community and nation.
Hello, YouTube community and nation. How we doing today?
Everybody's doing great. So,
Good.
I just read a story that Texas is having a big hurricane named Alberto. Are you involved in that?
I'm not gonna lie. You asking about the storm was the first that I've heard about it.
Because I guess the governor declared a state of emergency in Texas and a whole bunch of counties.
Yeah, I don't know if it's us. I mean, it's been drizzling on and off today.
Oh.
But then tomorrow it clears right back up and shoots back to 93 degrees.
Oh, okay. So you're probably
And
not.
then it's looking like sunny for the rest of the week.
Okay, so you're not going to get hit. That's good. We're happy to hear that, Kat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at my radar right now, and it looks like maybe the drizzle that we're getting is like the overcast from that.
Oh, okay. So Alberto's just kind of tinkling on you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, it looks like it's mainly hitting San Antonio and Houston area, which is about like an hour and a half to 2 hours south of where I am.
All right. Well, hopefully everybody's safe over there.
Yeah.
And how let everybody know how Waco is.
Oh, I love it.
What's the
It's like the combination of Rhode Island and South Carolina, but without the humidity.
I was telling everybody you said that. I said, you said that it's really hot, but there's no humidity, which is funny because
it's comfortable.
But why do I hear people saying they had to move away from Texas because it was too hot?
Maybe because I've lived in South Carolina the past few years, I'm more used to the heat. That like my body has slowly acclimated.
All right.
That's the best I can think of.
Well,
because to me, after living in South Carolina for 3.5 to 4 years, dealing with that humidity all year round, I mean, it feels very comfortable in Texas compared to that.
Wow. It's so interesting. It's just interesting because that's not what I hear. You know what I mean?
Well, so from what I found being out here, a lot of people here move from like the Carolinas to here.
Oh, okay. Do you miss Myrtle Beach? Do you miss Myrtle Beach a little bit?
Again, I'm not going to lie to you, Kiki. No.
You can call me mom. You can call me mom because I'm your mom.
I don't know.
I'm your mother.
I don't know who knows and doesn't know.
Everybody knows you're my kid.
Just like an Apple situation? I don't know.
An Apple situation? No, they know you're my kid.
All right. Well, surprise. You're a mother.
And what are you doing right now? Are you cutting chicken?
No, I just finished orientation for 6 new hires.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes, so I'm entering all of their information into our system so that way they can set up their direct deposit and all that fun stuff because most of them start tomorrow.
Ooh, even funner.
Yes, I'm very excited. They're all great people. Seem like they're going to work out well, so keep your fingers crossed for me.
I will keep everyone is going to keep their fingers crossed for you and say hi to Mark.
Hi, Mark.
He said hello.
Hello. Oh, hold on 1 second. I have a knock on the door.
She has a knock on the door. All right. She's gonna mute us, and then we'll come right back to Kat. But so nothing's happening in Waco, which is good. I'm glad about that because I always get nervous with my kid being halfway across the country. I don't. Okay. Oh, good. All right. I was just whining that you're halfway across the country. But anyway.
But it doesn't really feel like it because, like, I talk to you just as much as I did in South Carolina.
I know, but I still miss you.
If anything, I'm going to see you more now because apparently I'm traveling for the next, starting in August, I'll be in Rhode Island 3 times in a row.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, because I just found out I have another wedding to go to in October.
Who's that? Who's getting married?
Tyler and I's friends, Caitlin and Matt. I don't think you've ever met them.
No, I don't know them.
They just sent us their invitation, and I got it today.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yes, and I was like, oh, holy crap, that's quick.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second, I'm going on mute again.
All right, and then we'll let her go because she's busy. She's doing her work stuff, but it was good. I'm glad she checked in. I'm glad nothing's crazy there. But it's crazy here because, like older people like to talk about the weather. This is all I talk about. Al and I talk about the weather a lot. Not really. I mean, we do every day. So how's it going to be today? Is it going to rain? So crazy.
I don't know.
All right, we'll let you go. We love you.
Yes, I have another knock on the door. I'm sorry.
All right, bye.
I love you. Have fun. Be safe. Be well. Everyone stay safe in the Alberto storm. That I don't. Yeah. That.
All right. Love you.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye. She's so cute. I love her. Anywho, so yeah, what not to do in a heat wave. Let's go back here. Avoid being outside in the hottest part of the day. Don't dress improperly. So if you know it's hot outside, don't wear a sweater. If you know it's hot outside, don't wear ski pants. If you know it's hot outside, don't wear a wool hat. Like it's just obvious stuff, put on like just a light t-shirt. And if you have to go into work, into the office, just make sure you're dressed appropriately and, take your sweater if it's cold in there so you can take it off when you leave. And then the next thing to not do is don't be caught unprepared. So if you know a heat wave's coming, get your air conditioner in advance. Get your water and all of that stuff. If you need to get a generator in case of power outages, just be prepared and avoid dehydrating foods and beverages. Like don't eat a lot of chips when it's hot, but I ate chips yesterday. I'm not going to lie. Rap City chips. I am completely obsessed with those chips. They're made in Maine. No, they're made in New Hampshire. I lied. Sorry. And they're literally only potatoes, oil, and either salt and sugar or just salt. The bag I got the other day was called Just the Salt. So there's no sugar, but I like it with the sugar in too. Those chips, everybody, if you have Rhapsody chips at a store near you, I highly suggest you getting them because they taste so healthy when you eat them. It's like you're just eating a potato. There's no crap in them. And then one more thing, guys, it wasn't on this list, but I just, why people even have to say, don't leave your pets in a hot car. Don't effing do that. And every single summer, we hear of story after story after story, people doing it, people rescuing. There was a guy on TikTok, he got someone's dog out of the car. Like the car inside of the car was completely wet because the dog was panting. They didn't even leave the window open. It's just so obvious. Don't do that. We talked about this last year too. Leave your pet at home if you can. Leave your pet at home or bring them in with you because a lot of stores now, I see dogs in stores all the time. I mean, I think it's more common than it was 3 years ago even. So just we shouldn't even have to say it. And don't leave your grandmother in the car with the windows up either when it's hot out because she is not going to be happy with you when you return. Don't leave people in the car when it's hot outside. And if you're going to do that, at least let grandma have the air conditioner on. Don't leave kids in the car. Don't leave pets in the car. Please, Jesus, just don't. We shouldn't even have to say this, but you always have to say it. Scott, hello. How are you? And Scott says his office is outdoors, which is amazing. That is so cool. And Elise said, Kiki, do you have any tips for any empty nester to be? Yeah. You know what? Have a good time with yourself. That's what I say. Have fun. Enjoy life. I kept cooking for 5 people for a long time. Don't do that. Don't do that. Try to not do that. I mean, I just kept cooking as if everybody was still in my house. And, that's something, if you can grasp onto that quickly, I would suggest you just getting used to the fact that you got to do it for just you. You don't need to buy all of that extra food. And, my next tip is really, really just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Try to enjoy it. I'm just finally partially getting there after a long, long time of not being there. So just try to have fun, do something you always wanted to do. Life's too short, everybody. So I hope that helps. I really do. Now, this was kind of crazy. The whole Billy Ray Cyrus thing is really it's blowing up into all kinds of different, like all accusations, all different types of things. Yahoo Entertainment says, what? All right, I got to show you this picture of Billy Ray. Like, what is happening with him right now? Can we just talk about this for 1 second? First of all, why does he look like that? Why? What is wrong with Billy Ray? Can you just tell me? He looks angry and he has pigtails. I just don't understand. But maybe he's sad. Let's not be judgy. So he's been divorced from his wife, Fire Rose, for 7 months. But last week, I guess, 62-year-old achy breaky heart singer, he must hate that. Like, that's really the biggest thing he's known for. And he's done tons of stuff and is Miley's dad, right? That must not be, but I loved Achy Breaky Heart. We had a line dance to it when we did the wedding stuff with Al. Al was really not the wedding singer because he didn't sing. He was the wedding DJ for real. So anyway, Billy Ray filed an emergency motion in Tennessee court on last Thursday, June 13th, seeking a temporary restraining order, according to People magazine, against Fire Rose. My goodness. And she's 37. He's 62. Her real name is Johanna Rose Hodges. And they divorced because of irreconcilable differences. That's usually the big reason, right? And inappropriate marital conduct. Now, I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what the inappropriate marital conduct is, but according to People, weeks after filing the divorce, Cyrus's emergency motion is meant to keep his estranged wife from any unauthorized use of his personal business credit cards. I did read this, like she spent all kinds of money to the amount of $96,986. And that is 37 unauthorized charges on his business account. That's a lot. But you know what? Didn't Kevin Costner's wife do the same thing? She went on a charging frenzy when they were going through their divorce. And that includes, well, all right. So that $96,000 includes $70,000 to her attorneys. So really, she only spent $26,000 on herself, which, I mean, that's not terrible. But again, I don't know what he's worth. What's Billy Ray worth? Let's see. I'm just going to look. I'm just going to peek for a second. Let's see. Billy Ray Cyrus net worth. Let's see. He's worth $10 million. 10 million. So, in the in today's economy, that's not a lot of money. So her spending $100,000 is, that's going to put a dent in the bank account. And both Billy Ray and what's her first name? I don't want to just call her, Johanna. I guess it's Fire Rose. They had no comment about any of this stuff. And Billy Ray is saying these are fraudulent charges. Billy Ray is concerned that she is in possession of other information that she may use to make fraudulent, unauthorized charges to my business and personal credit cards and accounts. He wrote that in an affidavit. And Fire Rose, after receiving the emergency motion, said there was no emergency and that she had access to Billy Ray's American Express card since 2022. First mistake. And especially if it's a business account, like you guys just got married, like I would just be a little leery. Like maybe, you know what, you can have access to my personal stuff, but not my business stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot of trust there. And Fire Rose's attorneys said that 37 unauthorized charges is not true, did not happen. and her husband has no right to cut her off. Well, I mean, if he doesn't give permission, it's kind of a reason to cut someone off, right? And who knows, like, how much money is that in that account? What if she wipes it out? Probably can't do that. Let's see. Oh, and there was something else going on. Oh, so this is his fourth wife. Ooh, see, like, I hope he doesn't get together with J-Lo because she's on husband number 4. He's on wife number 4. So that, oh my gosh, imagine if those two got together. Oh no, we can't even wish that. But now Fire Rose said that if this is true, like, this is crazy, but I don't know. Like, you just don't know. So according to People Magazine, and I'm going to share this screen because I think this is important. This one is important. Hi, Roberta. How are you? Nice to see you. All right, let's see. Share. Here. Okay, so Fire Rose says, and this is according to People Magazine, says Billy Ray Cyrus filed for divorce one day before she was to undergo double mastectomy. That's terrible. That is terrible. And you can read this part because I don't want to really say that. I don't think we can. And there's Angry Billy again. That is the worst picture. Why? They get just these paparazzi, at least get a nice angle. You know what I mean? It's not a good look. So Fire Rose claims that her estranged husband, Billy Ray Cyrus, filed for divorce last month, just one day before she's scheduled to undergo a preventative double mastectomy. She's from Australia. And let's see. She was diagnosed as a carrier of the BRCA1 gene mutation in early 2020, which means she has an increased likelihood of developing breast cancer, according to the complaint. And it was highly recommended that she undergo a double mastectomy and reconstruction, which she had scheduled for May 24th. And as the date approached, she said things at home became chaotic. And she claimed that there was a lot of things going on. You can read that here. And he was threatening to kick her out of their home and filed for divorce. Oh my goodness. So you know what? Like, we can read this all we want. We just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It's just, just relaying of the information. And because that's really sad. Really, really sad. And she said that he placed her into an emotional and psychological prison. Oh my goodness. Who wrote? One of the attorneys must have written this. When wife would attempt to voice certain concerns, husband would often call her a selfish and continually allege that she was using him. The complaint said, this is what was filed with the court, I guess. With wife's major surgery date looming, she was reasonably afraid to leave or seek any type of help because she feared that husband would interfere with her surgery or her lengthy recovery at home. I can't even imagine. The recovery must be. I've read that it's very lengthy. She also accused Cyrus's brother and sister-in-law of banging on her bedroom door for 3.5 hours in an attempt to get her to leave the house that she lived in with Billy Ray, even though they were the ones who allegedly volunteered to take her to the surgery and help her recover. Oh my gosh. What a ball of wax here. So after their 2023 wedding, Billy Ray paid for her health insurance and was prepared to pay for any surgery expenses that were not covered. And Fire Rose relied on his promises, and husband has now repudiated that promise. I can't. That is just way too much. That's a lot. So who the heck knows what is going on with Billy Ray and Fire Rose? All I can say is, you know what? I hope they can get through this as gently as possible, especially with her going through a double mastectomy. Oh my gosh, that's just terrible. Terrible, terrible. So let's go over here. Janice Don't cook. I am listening to you at happy hour on 4th Ave here in Vancouver, BC. Whoop whoop. Perfect summer day. Good for you. Good for you, Janice. You don't have to cook. And Scott says it means he left the toilet seat up. I can't. Oh my gosh. Hi, Luzia. Hola. And Roberta said, sorry, it doesn't last. And Janice said, Kiki, you're too funny. The J-Lo comment. It's true, though. Like, can you imagine J-Lo is leaving Benifer, whatever they call him. And now Billy Ray is leaving wife number 4. That's so 4 and 4. So if there's a club for people who've been married 4 times and Billy Ray and J-Lo happen to be in the same meeting, I could just see them getting together. I could see it. I can feel, you know what? I bet you that's going to happen. And then you heard it here first, everybody. I love you, Eunice. I love you. Hello, Eunice. All right. So this was kind of shocking. Again, I'm reading this right along with you guys. I did not know about it, but I saw the headline and I said, stop it, stop it, stop it. But here it is. Justin Timberlake, his DWI arrest is a dark reminder of a deadly problem. And this is from MSNBC.com. And the headline says the normalization of driving under the influence in America is a dangerous trend that puts countless lives at risk every single day. Is that not the truth or what? So he was arrested early Tuesday on suspicion of driving while intoxicated. And it was one of the top stories on the internet. I didn't see it. I did not. I missed it. And then it goes on to say, this isn't surprising. Timberlake is a global pop star with a massive following and hordes of loyal fans. I'm guessing they're referring to the fact that it was internet frenzy, not to the fact that it's not surprising that he got a DUI. I'm going to go with the fact that it was just internet frenzy. And let's see. He told police that he had just one martini before getting behind the wheel. And the police officer who pulled him over disagreed, writing, and I quote, the defendant was operating said vehicle in an intoxicated condition in that his eyes were bloodshot and glassy. A strong odor of an alcoholic beverage was emanating from his breath. He was unable to divide attention. He had slowed speech. He was unsteady afoot, and he performed poorly on all standardized field sobriety tests. Timberlake pled not guilty. His next court appearance has been scheduled for July 26th. And I mean, you know, this could do something to his career. I mean, the guy's been really under a ton of pressure because Britney Spears' book came out. It said that she had an A word. I can't even say that. I don't think I can say that. I don't think it's safe to say that word here on the channel, but it involves, you know, pregnancy, you know what I'm saying. And after that came out, oh my gosh, like he got so much backlash for that. And then he was out, you know, doing shows and selling out concerts. People love the guy. I mean, clearly he's such a humongous talent. But, you know, driving under the influence, it may have an effect, but then again, you know, it depends. It depends. I mean, our society's so it's strange because sometimes bad behavior can go in one ear and out the other, right? You guys know I'm right. And you've probably seen it and go, why don't they get in trouble for that? But he did get arrested. However, will it affect the rest of his career? I don't think so. I really don't. I really, truly don't. Because but again, it all depends on how it's taken through the media, you know, and how they run with it. So let me go over to this tab here and share this one. So, oh, do you want a bracelet that says Hannah for $180? No, I don't even know anybody named Hannah. I don't. Hannah Montana. It's Molly Cyrus. All right, so Justin Timberlake is charged with drunken driving in Sag Harbor. And let's see, we saw all that. Look at him. Oh. We heard all about that. Is there anything else that we didn't see? Okay, so the night that he was arrested, Mr. Timberlake had been at the restaurant and bar of the American Hotel on Main Street, said Julian Ramirez, the hotel's dining director. And the hotel, the guests are coming into the lobby. They're met with a display case filled with cigars. This is from the New York Times, by the way, and waiters in white aprons. And it's about a half a mile away where the officer reported seeing Mr. Timberlake go through a stop sign. So that's where it all began. And the kitchen closes at 10. The bar stays open sometimes if there are lots of people there. And Sag Harbor is part of the Hamptons. I mean, the Hamptons, I've never been. And Michelle, Stacy, and I looked into going there last summer, but it's an ordeal. Like, you have to get on a ferry, you have to drive to the ferry, you have to get on the ferry, and then you got to go to the Hamptons. And it's expensive to stay there. So we're like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to, we're not staying in the Hamptons because I don't have any friends there. We could stay at their mansion. So we didn't go. But anyway, that's where he was at. He was at the Hamptons. And let's see. Who are all these people? I don't like, what do we do? We're talking about Justin here. Oh, so now comes along Mr. Timberlake, pop star. Yeah, we know all that. We get it. Okay. His most recent solo album, Everything I Thought It Was met with criticism and weaker than usual sales when it was released in March, becoming his first solo release to miss number one since Justified in 2002. And that's, that's part of what I was saying earlier. His fame has diminished over the past, few years. And then in recent years, Mr. Timberlake's behavior toward women in the early 2000s has also come under scrutiny. And then here we go with the Britney Spears thing. He dated her in the early 2000s and referenced her in songs like Cry Me a River. And he mocked her after they broke up. I don't really see, maybe I didn't see any of the stuff, making insinuations about her virginity during performances on Saturday Night Live and dismissive comments about her music. Well, that's not nice. Shouldn't be doing that, but it's already done. He already did it. And and the whole Janet Jackson thing, like, he didn't defend her. And I think it was just recently, right? Within the last couple of years that he apologized to her because of the whole Nipplegate. I know I said the word nipple. I said it, but remember that whole thing? I remember watching it with my kids. My husband's putting his hands over their eyes. I'm like, it already happened and I didn't see it. I missed it. Live TV, back we didn't have recording devices. Well, we did, but we weren't recording the Super Bowl. So that was in 2004 when that all happened. And, some people say it was planned. Janet says it was not planned. It was definitely not planned. And he did not defend her. And let's see. But Janet got the backlash over it. And his career took off. Isn't that crazy? See what I'm saying? Just see how crazy things are. Like, bad behavior sometimes it gets commended. And I don't understand why. So Justin, who is now married to actress Jessica Biel, has conceded that he should have taken more responsibility for what happened during Nipplegate. And he did apologize to Janet and Britney on an Instagram post in 2021, maybe calling them too, maybe picking up the phone. Why does everything have to be on social media? Can you just tell me that? I mean, sometimes it is, but, sometimes like a phone call is good, because it's human. I mean, sometimes social media posts are fine. Sometimes they're just not. Let's see. Okay, so and then if you haven't seen the Janet Jackson documentaries, it came out in 2022. It was on A&E, the A&E network. Very, 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 very good. And she did say that her and Justin remained friends and she encouraged him to remain silent during that whole thing that had happened, but it was painful for her and what she had to go through after the fact. So I don't know. The hotel person, Mr. Ramirez, said the whole world is talking about this incident about Justin and his DUI. Just surprised. But again, we don't know what he's going through. I'm not sitting here. Please don't take it the wrong way. I'm not saying it's right what he did. I'm not at all. Driving under the influence, it's wrong. Just don't do it. Just have somebody else, call someone. Just don't do it. Right? He should have known better. And thank God nobody was hurt. But we don't know what he's going through either. He's clearly going through stuff. Let's see. Eunice says, doesn't matter what celebs do, it's a slap on the wrist. A lot of times, yeah, it's true. Janice says the mugshot was good though. Hey Sandra, how are you? Wait a minute, let's look that up. Justin Timberlake mugshot. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share it. Hold on. We're gonna go right on Google together, everybody. We're gonna go on Google. Look at the kids jumping rope. I used to be able to jump rope. I used to. Now I'd probably wet myself. All right, let's see. Timberlake mug shot. This is terrible. Why am I looking this up? Mug shot. Here it is. Oh, here it is. Wait, where are you going? No, don't go away. Oh yeah, he looks wasted. He does. He looks. Oh, but he did look nice though. I mean, he has a nice haircut, clean, fresh. Maybe some shaving, but that's the look, right? Justin. I'll have you naked by the end of this song. Remember that? Okay. You just don't know what's going on. You just don't know. But we do know, guys, that Bon Jovi just released a brand new album. Okay. And this is interesting. It enters at number 1 on top album sales chart. So it debuted at number 1. The name of the album is Forever. 48,000 copies have sold in the United States for the week ending June 13th, according to Luminate, and this is from Billboard. Vinyl sales, listen to this, accounted for 8,000 copies. So people today are still buying vinyl. And this has been the band's biggest week on vinyl since Illuminate began tracking sales in 1991. Holy moly, that's pretty cool. They must have been stoked about that. Now, here's the thing about Bon Jovi though. So okay, they're on cloud 9. They enter the chart at number 1 for their brand new album, but then this happens. So John Bon Jovi fans are asking for refunds after receiving the latest number 1 album. Right? I'm not kidding. Hit the like button if you don't mind and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Thank you so much. So this is from New Jersey 101.5.com. And, just can't get a break. Just cannot get a break. The fans have come out. They received their album Forever. Yippee doodle. Like we're all happy. We bought an album. But fans are going on social media saying that John Bon Jovi has used an auto pen for his autograph, which is a common practice. This article says, even for presidents signing legislation. Now, I haven't read this article, so my question is, did everybody think they were getting a real autograph from John Bon Jovi? I mean, did it say that? Did it say this album contains an original John Bon Jovi autograph? Let's see. Do any of you know before I look, before I Google it? Um, kick a mother up, kick a mother down. All right, I don't know if anybody knows, but I'm gonna look this up. Was all right, let's do this together, shall we? Because I'm confused. Let's go to the new tab. Let's share it. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna say, all right, John Bon Jovi, new album, new album. Was it supposed to have a real autograph? I mean, because I don't know. Because I'm confused as to why people are so mad about it. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. So a spokesperson for Bon Jovi simply said John has posted often and referred to a photo of the rocker in which he appeared to be signing copies of the album, but nobody was accusing John of not having signed any of them. Fans have already indicated that some of the signatures are authentic. Okay, so oh. All right. So I guess he was supposed to. He was supposed to really be signing albums. And that's not cool then. Like you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. So let's go ahead and finish reading the article. And it's a John Bon Jovi autograph for the same price as an unsigned CD, and people are still complaining. And if it's true, fans purchasing the latest CD expect a little more from the artist. I don't care if it wasn't super expensive. It's the principle of the thing disappointing. So people were expecting a real autograph. Huh. And let's see. Dina on X said, is John Bon Jovi ripping off fans by selling fake autographs? And there's a YouTube video. I don't care if it wasn't super expensive. It's the principle of the thing disappointing. I just read you that. And then okay, so here's John Bon Jovi. All right, let's go. Let's share this one now because we got to show Johnny. Got to show John. Here's Johnny. So John is right here. Hard at work. Limited number of signed forever CDs remaining in the store. Okay, so he's telling you. I don't know though. That's a lot of CD covers, inserts. That's a lot. So it kind of looks like he is signing all of them, doesn't it? So Jason Green, waste some time with Jason Green. He did a YouTube video and he mentions this latest controversy in a deep dive format with his own copies of the 16th album. You can view his stance on the issue here. You can go find that on YouTube. And he said that fans can contact Bon Jovi at UMG stores to ask for a refund. What? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Like, I kind of think that picture of John Bon Jovi, it looked like he was signing all of them, right? Because that was a lot. Like, if I already took down the picture, but that was a lot of sleeves there. There was a lot. So I can see if he said, all right, so he said there are a limited number left. So maybe that's when you have to make things clear. Okay, there's going to be so many copies in this Target store. There's going to be so many copies at this Walmart. There's going to be so many signed copies, real signed copies at, I don't know, Joe Blow 7-Eleven. Like, maybe when you do things like that, you got to create more hype. And then people know you can't come back and say, I want a refund because you've already clarified it. You've already said, listen, there's going to be 15 copies of my real penmanship over here. There's going to be 20 copies of my real signature over here. but not all copies are going to be signed. This is where you have to be black and white with people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier in the show, like sometimes there's just no, like you gotta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like you gotta just lay it out and make sure people know what's going on. Just like don't leave your dog or your grandmother in a hot car. Don't do that. Like, why do I have to tell you that? You should know that. Like, you really should know these things. Just like you should know that maybe you should know, maybe you should know, maybe you shouldn't, that John Bon Jovi signed every single CD and album with the albums included. I just don't know. But let's see how many people are getting a refund. So they're really complaining about the CDs. I don't see anything about the album. Let's see, following the release of the fans are taking to social media to say how angry they are. And Forever has been one of the most anticipated albums for John Bon Jovi fans since his vocal surgery in 2022. So a lot of people are just disappointed that he used AutoPen. And once the news of the Always Singer's alleged AutoPenned album copies went viral on social media, people started criticizing and really getting mad at John. And this is from sportskita.com. Let's see. Somebody wrote, just the art cards, as far as I can see, already have one of them from my original pre-order. Got excited for a minute as I thought he meant actual signed physical copies. So, and this is what I'm saying. I think it was just kind of deceiving. And somebody else said, this is what I wanted when I pre-ordered my signed vinyl and CDs. They ordered both, not a signed insert. I don't think it was originally advertised as a signed insert. That's what someone else said. And someone else said, no signed vinyl, just art cards, which I already have. And then somebody else said, most of them are AutoPen. And somebody else said, we are now being told that ours in USA were AutoPenned. And then someone else said, they're fake. But he hasn't said anything about it yet. So what do you guys think? I mean, that's where when you do these types of things as an artist, you have to be clear on what you're doing. You know, you can't have a picture of yourself signing all of these things. But it sounds like people weren't happy with the signed CD or an insert. What did they want? The CD signed? Is that what they wanted? I'm confused on that, because to me, if he signed the insert, isn't that good? I don't know, but that's not clearly what they wanted. And they wanted him to sign the record. So I got to dig into that a little bit more. I'm confused because I don't know, when an artist signs an album, do I have anything? I don't think I have anything. But they sign the album cover. They don't usually sign the inside of the album, like on the album itself. Me? Is it me? Maybe it is. I'm going to dig into that a little bit more. We'll talk about that on Friday. And I will not be wearing my bra fat showing tank top. So John Bon Jovi, let me just write this down. I say I have to write things down. I have to write down. Let me dig more into that. John Bon Jovi, dig into what it was, like what really happened. Because I don't know. And that's why I kind of like reading these things with you guys and not reading it beforehand, because if I'm confused, not to say that it's not easy to get me confused, but then it's easy to see, though, how other people can be confused and kind of they feel like they're bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? I have to shave my legs. I really do. All right. So Sandra said that her Lou Gramm signed t-shirt is gone. Well, why? What did you do with it? Did you lose it or did someone steal it? And I'm sorry to hear that, Sandra, but I hope you can find it. And Janice said, Kiki, funny show, got grocery shopping to do. Hope the baby is good. Enjoy the heat. Thank you so much, Janice. And I'm sure you're already shopping away. So thanks for coming by from Canada. And let's see. Scott said, "This happened to me with a Styx autographed poster. They were mechanically signed, not personally signed. I was so pissed." So, Scott, you really thought you were getting a hand signed poster from them? Like, was it advertised that way? That's the whole thing. I mean, if it was advertised that way, then yeah, he should give a refund. But it's all in the wording. So we will definitely dig into this on Friday night. And Kathy Waddle will be at 406 and John Waite on Fridays for animals. They were just sweating and having a great time. And John Waite is kicking it. I was going to say killing it, but I'm not. I shouldn't even be saying that word. But he's kicking it, and they're just it's a slamming show from what I'm reading. And Scott says yes, it said autographed. See, that's not cool. That's not cool. And you know, if you're going to give your fans something and you expect them to buy something from you, give them what you tell them you're giving them, or don't offer it. Or like I had suggested earlier, if you're going to do something like that, you can't sign, say he's putting out 100,000 copies. Well, it's impossible for him to sign 100,000 copies of anything. So then say, hey, a lucky 5 people, like I said, 5 people from this store will be lucky enough to get a real signature. 10 people from this store, like if the stores are bigger or smaller, whatever, don't make everybody think they're going to be getting the same thing, because that's wrong. Let's go back to John Bon Jovi talking about, or not talking about, what was going on with his voice when he was on tour the last time. So, you know, things have to be talked out. They have to be ironed out before this stuff gets rolled out, because things can be taken in another direction and misunderstood and misconstrued. And that's when people get mad at you. And you don't want people getting mad at you. This is about fun. Music is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be happy times. You're supposed to, have a release when you go to a concert, or you're excited about buying something, like the whole rock star thing. I was so excited about the Steve Perry duet with Dolly, and I was disappointed. I'll be honest. But again, I love Dolly. I love Steve. It is what it is. I was disappointed for a little bit, and then I'm over it now. Clearly, my life is still going on, but I was disappointed when I first heard it. Yeah. So let's have fun. Yeah. And Sandra said, I had an issue and someone threw it away. Oh, come on, Sandra. Oh, I'm sorry. Sandra, I'm sorry. We love you. And Patty said, hoping for good weather, Kathy. Yeah, let's hope for Kathy getting good outdoor weather. And Halise said, Bon Jovi is false advertising. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll dig into it. And you know what, guys? I'm so glad you were here on this Wednesday night, and, just chat, seeing what's going on, checking in with all you lovely folks. And remember to download the app of Kiki.fm if you have not already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit the like button, because it helps me a lot. And I will be here this Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully you can join us. Kathy Waddle is going to be at a concert. So we know she's not going to be here, but she probably will, because she does that. That's how she rolls. And we love that about you, Kathy. So again, lots of love to you, each and every one of you. And thank you for your support. Thank you to my members. Thank you for, helping to keep this channel going and alive. It is so much appreciated. And we just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Al says a big fat hello. And guys, we love you, love you, love you. Mwah. And we will see you soon, especially on Friday night, 6:30 Eastern. Bye, guys. Have a great night. Stay cool.